Now, my lord, after consultation with my colleagues, we explained to them the correct procedure to follow if they're dissatisfied with yesterday's court order. And this way we are, my lord.
Yeah, who's the senior gentleman amongst the delegation?
The area commissioner.
It's Mr.?
The area commissioner.
Yeah, fine. Where is he?
Mr. Koza.
Yeah, you can come.
And his delegation.
Yeah, you don't have to get into the box because it's got nothing to do with it. Your rank is area commissioner.
My rank is deputy commissioner.
Deputy?
Deputy commissioner, and my post is the area commissioner of Hoshimampuru, the settlement.
You were not here yesterday, no?
I was not here.
It was Mr. Letlake,
Mr. Kabengu.
Tobengulu, and the other gentleman. There were two. Who was the other gentleman, Letlake or Letlake? Leka was not here. Oh, it was
maybe Matala.
Matala no came. Yeah, let me tell you what happened. You saw today. You just saw today. The court started at what time?
I witnessed that.
You witnessed it?
Yes, I think as well. I was already in court by that time.
Yeah.
Mr. Letta called me around 10 to 10, saying to me that he needs a clarity from me whether he should release offender Ntuli to lock-up or to court. Then I said to him, wait for a moment, that because I'm assigned to come to court to able to see if we cannot able to maintain the status quo. So he had to revert back to the administration process because he already released him to lock-up. Yeah. Which is the wrong process. So I think that might have been the contributing factor.
Yeah, fine.
We apologize for that.
No problem. And yesterday I explicitly stated in court, open court, that I don't have the authority to regulate your area. I don't have it. But my job is to see to it that this case starts on time. You can ask Mr. Baloyi and anybody here. I've never ever been late coming to this court in the 2.5 years. Accused number one will either not be here, 2 or 3 or whatever. Okay? So I was surprised that Mr. Ntuli was not in court. And then the Monday, Mr. Sibiya was not in court on time. I don't know if you know about it.
I'm well aware, my lord, about all those delays. And I had personally intervened in order to unblock the blockages. On Monday, it was about the shackles.
Yeah.
I was called and I said, I'm prepared that we compromise the security for the sake of progress, which I did. I didn't have a problem. So even yesterday, after I heard that the judge has provided the order that he goes to lock-up, I also was willing to make peace with that. But after realizing about the testimony that was provided, which was full of lies, which is not true, from Mr. Ntuli, and the pressure from also my principals, we reverted to the fact that we should be able to come and plead to the judge that we should look at the matter differently, so if possible, because we feel that Mr. Ntuli was afforded the opportunity to present false information to the judge, and also Mr. Kabengu was not in a better position to respond to other questions which were asked to him, which I personally view them as unfair, because Mr. Kabengu was the receiving person after the event of the finding of the cell phone. So obviously for him to appear as if he doesn't know the facts, the person that knows the facts appropriately is Mr. Matala and his team at Maxima. So, and also we felt that we should able to, we feel this empowered, my lord, that if we put measures, and in my case as the area commissioner, everyone that is giving the whole country a problem is brought to Koshimamburu. We're trying our level best to come up with interventions. And once we receive orders that are disempowering us, we're feeling restless and not empowered. So that is the reason why we thought we should able to come and plead with my lord that we should look at this matter the other way around. And one of the instructions that I got from my principals is that if is not given, we are avoiding to also to delay, because we are aware that the judge yesterday was avoiding that we follow the legal procedure in them applying for that will cause this court to adjourn. Now, for the mere fact that there's an order, we are also forced to apply to appeal that order, which will also cause this court a delay. So that is also what we are concerned, and we are very sensitive about all these things, and we want also to apologize to all these shenanigans that has taken place, and we commit ourselves to making sure that there's a smooth running of this court. And I have taken a personal responsibility as the area commissioner at my level as a deputy commissioner to go down and do my best.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your approach, and I'm a very easy man, very easy. I'm a disciple of Nelson Mandela. He solved intractable issues for this country by just talking like we are doing. I can tell you, in this court, there was a fight here. Do you know about that?
I know about that.
Yeah, I mean, there was a fight. People, and I don't want to talk too much because people think Ngazi too much. But there was a fight here between your staff and the gentleman in front of you. And I intervened also by saying, I don't want to listen to your version and their version because I'm presiding in a criminal case. And I won't make a finding about what you say and what they say, because they will run to the Constitutional Court that that judge is biased. He's already found that my client is wrong, is right. Are you with me? So I just listened and said, it appears there is a problem. And there is a problem. Even today, people came late. Even today, even yesterday, even day before yesterday. It happens every other time. So I actually yesterday preempted people not to understand that I am deciding that A is right or A or B is wrong. I actually made it clear that I don't have authority to make this order. But because this court has inherent jurisdiction, when a judge makes an order today to say the matter will proceed tomorrow, it means it's an order to say at 10 o'clock tomorrow, the matter must start. Although I know our people don't take it like that. They think, it's an order to say tomorrow the case must start at 10. I get surprised. I come here and I drive every day from Melder's Rift. I come here, some councils don't come on time. They come with excuses, fine, I understand. But this is the background, and I am only interested that the case should start on time. That's all.
We are well aware of that, Judge. That is why we don't want also to be contributing to the delays.
And I was very precipitate to say that I mustn't take a man who is classified to go into the juvenile section of the prison and take him to the maximum. I even asked your staff there, maximum and what's Mampuru, do they have the same status? And I was told that is correct. Are you with me?
I'm missing, my lord.
I wanted to know the status of the gentleman. Is he classified in what status? Is what?
Maximum.
For maximum?
Yes.
And then Leukop is at maximum?
Look up, they have a maximum. In Koshimamburu, I have a maximum. That is where he was found with the cell phone.
No,
So-
fine.
Yes.
So that's all I was concerned with, to say I mustn't disrupt your operations. It must also be at maximum. But if you can give me the assurance that he'll be here every time at 9, 9:30 or whatever, 10 o'clock we start, that's all I'm interested in. That's all.
My Lord, I put my head on the block. I will ensure that they are here before 10 o'clock.
I don't have jurisdiction to enter into what happens in your prison. Whether who steals what. It's out of my jurisdiction.
My presence here, my Lord, demonstrates that the matter has been escalated at the high level. So I had abandoned important meetings. I saw them as not a priority. We saw this as a priority, and we are going to see to it that they are here before time.
You want your client to say something?
As the court business.
And I don't want to hear who is right and who is wrong. Bafunani. All I'm interested in is the court must start on time. The JP, even the Chief Justice, they're on my back because they've never seen a case take so long. Never. I've been 55 years as an attorney and as an acting judge and a judge. This is the first experience I've had. 55 years. I was admitted in 1974. I've acted for about 15 years before I got appointed. I've never seen such a thing. You come to court, you sit, the accused are not here. You come, listen, when, so I don't know what's happening. All I say, can you guys bring them on time? I'm not fighting anybody.
My Lord,
I'm not
we will.
disrespecting anybody. Yesterday I made it clear that I'm not undermining your authority. You may have told you.
I had the judge on media as well.
Yeah, I'm not undermining anybody. All I'm interested in, let's start on time. So, don't you make a comment, ma'am?
Yes, my Lord.
Through your client.
I wanted to respond, my Lord. Thank you, my Lord. My Lord, I agree with His Lordship to say he's not allowed to entertain the issues on both sides, whether this one is correct or whether this one is right. As the court has stated the reasons yesterday of which resulted to the court order, to say for the sake of progress in this matter, the court is going to make the order that is going to ensure that the trial is run and is finalized speedily as it is supposed to be, and the delay is affecting the constitutional rights of the accused to have an expedited trial. My Lord, I submit with due respect that the court order has been granted, and my Lord, it cannot be rescinded.
Who says that? Who says that? You haven't heard of an order being recalled?
Yes, my Lord, I'm
Okay,
making
fine.
my submissions. I've noted the submissions and the undertaking made by the area commissioner, Mr. Khoza, my Lord. However, it is not going to resolve the problem that we're sitting with, because there are
I don't
disputes
know about
between.
that. Let me tell you, I'm speaking in open court and I'm talking to the highest authority in the correctional services, and I'm speaking to your client here. I don't want to get into the argument about who stole a piece of bread and what have you. And this order, I can recall it if I'm given the satisfaction and the inclination and the official order that the accused here, they will come on time. That's all. And I even told your client yesterday, even yourself, if he wants to bring an application on urgency to do whatever, to interdict whoever or to stop whatever, that is his constitutional right. All I said is, but it mustn't be brought within the perimeters of the time of this court. This court starts at 10 and it ends at 3:30. can bring an order outside the perimeters of that time, no problem. Not depriving your client for approaching the court. Okay?
I understand, my
Yeah.
lord. However, my lord, I'm also appealing with this honorable court, my lord, because there is a fight between the two, the department and the inmate, my lord, to say, whilst that has not been resolved, my lord, it is my request before this honorable court that the court order be not recalled in order to afford the accused an opportunity to be able to understand the proceedings, to be able to concentrate throughout the proceedings without being exposed to the situation that is disturbing the criminal proceedings that he is currently attending. It is my respectful submission, my lord, and we are towards the end of the state case, now approaching the defense case, wherein we need Mr. Ntuli's full concentration towards his case, my lord. I submit, my lord, that at this stage the interference has got negative impact towards Mr. Ntuli's concentration in attending these criminal proceedings, my lord. That's my respectful submission.
Yes, Mr. Mr. Mnisi, what is your view?
As it is the court, my lord, I can only make submissions on what the law says. I think there is something that interprets.
Yeah, you'll interpret, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. As I'm saying, my lord, I can only make submission on what the law says. The law says that the court has got, in terms of section 173 of the Constitution, it says the court has got an inherent power to regulate its own processes. Now, the court has made it very clear that for purposes of the smooth running of this trial, the court would invoke its inherent jurisdiction and make an order that specifically for the smooth running of this trial, because there's been some delays, and in fact, I do agree with the court that the number of delays which have happened here are simply for wanton reasons. There's no specific reason that has been stated before court as to a genuine reason why there's been such a delay. Since Monday, the court has almost been starting at 11 o'clock because other accused are not here, but there's no specific reason. We only heard yesterday when this issue was ventilated in court that part of the delays is because these accused person are being treated in a way that they are not supposed to be treated with. So they are basically venting out their frustration by saying, you know what, this is too much. I cannot be expected to go to court and concentrate and at the same time be subjected to such an inhuman and such an undignified way where I am kept here at Koshimampur. Now, the court says, in the interest of the smooth running of this case, and I know that I cannot interfere with the decision of the correctional services as to who must be housed where and who must be housed here. But in the interest of the smooth running of this case, I am going to propose and make an order that Mr. Ntuli then should then be sent back to Leeuwkop, where he says he will be better treated compared to at Koshimampuru. And the court correctly says that I do not want to make a value judgment as to who is wrong and who is right. Now, the court is using its inherent jurisdiction. And the law says, if a person is not happy with the manner in which a court is using its own inherent jurisdiction, Mr. Matlala, you know what the avenues are. It's not like this court decided to thumbsuck the decision and base it on nothing. It is basing it on the Constitution, which says in section 173, the court has got its own inherent jurisdiction to regulate its own processes. What did the court do yesterday was to regulate the process of the smooth running of this case. As you're standing there, Mr. Matlala. Oh, Mbani? Oh, as you're standing there, Mr. Koza, you don't have a locus standi to challenge the decision of the court, which the to challenge the order that the court made yesterday, because it's an order that comes from the Constitution. The powers that the court exercised yesterday are powers that are conferred on this court by the Constitution. If you are not happy with the decision that the court has made yesterday, you cannot come here in person and say, but we're not happy with the decision of the court, so we therefore want this decision to be changed. You know what process should be followed. You don't have locus standi, locus standi, what do they call it now? Locus standi in iudicio, to come and challenge the court decision the manner in which you are doing it now. This is totally irregular. But the operative weight that came from the court yesterday, and everybody else was here, was in the interest of justice and in the smooth running of this case. I am going to order that this should be the case. I am aware that I cannot interfere with the administrative processes of the correctional services. But that, from me, is derived from what the Constitution is saying. And that is exactly what the law is saying, my Lord. I would still say, my Lord, that what the court did yesterday was in the best interest of the administration of justice. But beyond that, seeing to it that this case, which has been delayed on a number of occasions due to the late arrival of these accused persons, which culminated to the information that the court received yesterday, then the court made an order in terms of the Constitution. If somebody wants to challenge that order that was made in terms of the powers that are that are granted by the court, by the Constitution, then this is not how that is supposed to be happening. I think Mr. Koza knows better that this is not how things are done. And I personally refuse to go and entertain this very same aspect in the judge's chambers. Because if a person is not happy with the judge's order, they cannot simply say, no, we want to walk into the judge's chambers and go and tell the judge that you are not happy with this decision. That is not how things are done. There's a specific procedure that is followed. If you're not happy with what the court did yesterday in terms of the powers that are conferred on the court by the Constitution, you can either bring a review, you can either bring an appeal. And I can state it for fact that if that were to be the case, I'm going to make an application that I also be regarded as a friend of the court in that regard. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Msapili.
As the court pleases, my lord. My lord, early this morning we were told that we are requested to come and see the court in chambers because there were officials from DCS that wanted to discuss yesterday's order with the court in chambers. I also joined Mr. Mnisi and said, I am a lawyer for 100 years. I'm not going to see the court in chambers because they've got a legal person that I once met here in court, my lord. She should know the law. There's a principle in law, my lord, which is called the functus officio principle. It's a Latin term, my lord, that means having discharged his duty. Now, yesterday, my lord discharged his duty. He made a court order. Whether that court order, my lord, was made incorrectly, correctly, his lordship cannot go back and revisit that court order himself. The court now is functus officio. It cannot revisit its own decision. That decision, my lord, the legal person from DCS must know, is to make an application to review that decision, make an application to appeal that review, my lord. But as we sit here, this is an informal discussion that should not affect the court order that was made yesterday, my lord. My lord does not have the power to revisit that order that was made yesterday unless the order is challenged in court or there's a statutory provision that says that order can be recalled, my lord. As the court pleases, those are my brief submissions, my lord.
Okay.
I have nothing further to add from what my colleagues have submitted before the court. Thank you.
Mr. Cholo, we stand by what you said.
As the court pleases, my
So, Mr. Koza, I don't want to call you Koza, I want to call you officially. Superintendent Koza,
No, Commissioner Koza.
Commissioner Koza, sorry. Yeah. You know what, like I told you, I'm a simple man and I'm 78 years. Maybe I'm the oldest in this court. Been around. If people can talk like we are talking, and I told you about Mandela, and find a solution, we don't have to escalate it to wherever, just because of our egos. Are you with me?
I'm with you, my lord.
I've understood your position, and I hope you understand my position.
My lord, I understand very clearly.
Yeah.
This is why I made the commitment.
Fine, and I appreciate it.
I made the commitment before this court.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. You can't live with the status quo as it is. You know, I actually joked that, you know, this gentleman, if he wants to be in Cape Town, I can make an order that he must be housed in Cape Town. Every morning he must be flown to the court so that this case can start on time. That's all I'm interested in. So if you can accommodate him to come here on time, that will be the end of the matter.
My lord,
Because there is a dispute, and I don't want to know about the dispute. There is a dispute. If a person who's being ordered by a judge to come to court refuses to go to court, what would that judge do?
I'm still making a commitment, my lord, that coming to court will not be a problem. I will see to it that it is executed and they will be here before time. And I want also to indicate that inferences are made that there's a fight between the Department of Correctional Services and an inmate or offender. There's no such. The only problem is that we are also trying to help the court that these issues that were raised on Monday and the issues that are raised today should not affect the progress of the court. And we are going to see to it that it is happening like that. And we are well aware. And there is other things that are said by Mr. Munisi. I will not able to go there. I just want us to be given that indulgence. And we are going to do our work. And I'm going to see to it that it is done appropriately and to the best.
But the source of the problem still remains there. And I'm not saying there is a problem. You are categorizing as such. The problem is apparently between two parties.
The problem, my lord.
Whether they are real or not.
No, the problem, my lord, is the lack of discipline of these inmates, which I have a personal responsibility to make sure that we deal with that discipline. Their behavior is the one that is impacting on that. But I have got to put mechanisms in place so that I must make sure that when they start with their shenanigans, the court should not be affected. It must be our own problems.
Okay, fine. I've heard everybody. You know what? I'm going to leave the order as it stands. You can bring an application for rescission. Okay, no problem. But I've heard you and you've heard me. Okay.
I heard, my lord.
Thank you, sir.
Please, the court.
Kade khona ke bafowethu isikhulu salaphayana ke ejele lapha eKhoshi Mampuru prison uMr Khoza ke kade azile phecelezi nodaba lwayizolo ke lesinqumo senkantolo ke lesinqumo senkantolo sithathile ke zokuthi wena ke unomzana uNtuli kumele bakuthathe lapha eKhoshi Mampuru bese bakuhambise namuhla bakumikise ngale eLokopo kujela seLokopo ke lapho ke athi yena ke futhi nezinye ke izikhulu asebenzisana nazo khona lapha ke ejele kade behlezi ke futhi lapho ke ngesikhathi kade behlezi bekuxoxisana ngodaba lo bathola ukuthi lento ekhuluma ejele inkosi senkantolo ezolo akulona ke iqiniso kepha kokhuluma amanga kuphela ke lapho ke futhi bese bakhuluma khona njalo lapho ke abameli benu ke nabo basho bathi ngaphansi kozomthetho ke ngaphansi kozomthetho sisekelo wala iningizimu Afrika ke ukuthi inkosi enkantolo ke inalo ke ilungelo phecelezi Ushukuthi inalo-ke ilungelo phecelezi nodaba lolu-ke esinqumo esenzile-ke izolo ngaphansi kwezomthetho-ke lapho section 173 kwezomthetho-ke lapho kuwukuthi inkosi yenkantolo-ke kumele ukuthi isebenzise-ke amandla ayo-ke ekuthizeni uma ngabe-ke isiboshwa esithize sikhala ngento ethize-ke lapho-ke kwamathi inkosi yenkantolo ingenele futhi ngokujulile bese-ke ithatha isinqumo sokuthi kumele ukuthi umuntu loyo bamikise kulinye-ke ijele noma mhlambe bamthathe bamkhiphe-ke lapho-ke akhala ukuthi akaphathekile kahle khona-ke manje asho inkosi yenkantolo ukuthi ngeke-ke besabuya futhi seshintsha-ke isinqumo sesikhiphile-ke izolo uma ngabe abantu balapha-ke noma izikhulu zalapha-ke ejele zinayo-ke inkinga phecelezi ngodaba lwesinqumo senkantolo-ke kwamele ukuthi baletheke isicelo sabo ngaphambili noma baletheke incwadi ephikisana nesicelo noma nesinqumo senkantolo inkosi yenkantolo esikhiphile-ke elangeni la izolo.
And I can just add, I don't intend to denigrate your status. It's not my intention. I'll never do it. Okay? I can give you a silly example. You see this country. The ANC and the PAC were one organization. The foremost intellectuals in those two organizations, amongst others, was Mandela and Sobukwe. And this is 1960, when they split. The meeting was at the Communal Hall in Orlando. They split on the basis of arguing about whether they must include whites in the ANC or whether they mustn't include whites in the PAC. And both camps realized that these white folks who are our compatriots, they came here in 1652. They're not going anywhere. Since 1960, there were fights, blah, 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 blah. And when Mandela and others in 1990, is it 96 or 94, because he took his oath as the president of this country, they said whites were still in this country. They said whites are still here. In other words, that problem, you can talk around it, like this problem. Nobody is being denigrated or the status being, it's not about that, it's about common sense. If you think it is utterly impossible for the Department of Correctional Services to allow accused before court, Mr. Ntuli, to go to Leopold, because this country won't function fine. But I don't see it in that light. Okay. Okay.
We understand, my lord.
Yeah.
And
It's just functionality of reason, that's all.
definitely, and there's nothing that can beat us if we can able to talk. And
That's it, yeah.
previously, I made my telephone numbers available to the councils that as the senior manager, should there be problems, I'm amenable to resolve the issues. And even this morning, I confirmed that.
Okay,
So, but my lord, we respect the decision and as the court pleases. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks, Ed. Okay.
Athi umnumzana bafowethu akunalutho-ke angalenza-ke phecelezi nesinqumo senkantolo inkosi yenkantolo sesithathile-ke izolo futhi basihlonipha-ke isinqumo senkantolo lesinkantolo sithathile-ke izolo akunalutho-ke abangasenza-ke mayelana noma abangayenza-ke mayelana nodaba lolu lwesinqumo senkantolo.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.